we go again on top of orbs.
Welcome to
And now
Bud News in
crazy
under
fires.
5 minutes. Today
Dear
we're
baby
diving into
Jesus,
the wild world
bless
of
us all.
insurance, where State Farm seems to have a crystal ball, or maybe just a really good magic 8-ball. Last summer, State Farm made a move that would make even a fortune teller jealous. They canceled thousands of homeowner policies in California. Talk about timing. It's like they had a chat with the stars, or maybe just a really good weather app. This included many in Pacific Palisades where the rich and famous live. Guess even celebrities can't escape the insurance drama. Now wildfires are playing tag with homes in the area. Spoiler alert, the fire is winning. The timing of these cancellations? Suspiciously perfect. It's like State Farm had a hotline to Mother Nature. State Farm says they had no choice. Sure, and I have no choice but to eat that last slice of pizza. Wildfires are becoming more frequent and intense in California. It's like the state is auditioning for a disaster movie. State Farm claims this puts them at risk of financial failure, because nothing says we're broke like a multi-billion-dollar company. They argue that raising rates isn't enough to offset the losses. Maybe they should try a bake sale next. This trend isn't limited to State Farm. It's like a bad fashion trend that just won't go away. Many private insurers are scaling back coverage in high-risk areas. Because who needs insurance when you live in a fire zone, right? They cite climate change and regulatory hurdles as major challenges. It's like they're saying, it's not us, it's the planet. This exodus of insurers has created a crisis in California. It's like a bad breakup, but with more paperwork. Homeowners are struggling to find affordable coverage, because nothing says home sweet home like skyrocketing insurance rates. The state is left to grapple with the fallout. Good luck, California, you're gonna need it. Welcome to 2025, where Southern California is hotter than your ex's mixtape. We've got 3 major wildfires on the menu today: the Palisades Fire, the Eaton Fire, and the Hearst Fire. It's like a fiery buffet, but without the fun. The Palisades Fire is the headliner, stealing the show with its destructive flair. It made its grand entrance on January 7th in the hills above Pacific Palisades. Talk about a dramatic debut. Fueled by the fierce Santa Ana winds, this fire went from zero to hero in no time. It's gobbled up thousands of acres and sent people packing faster than a bad Tinder date. Meanwhile, the Eaton Fire near Pasadena has been busy scorching over 1,000 acres. It's like a barbecue, but not the fun kind. And let's not forget the Hearst Fire north of Los Angeles, which has been burning through hundreds of acres like it's got something to prove. Firefighters are out there battling these infernos in conditions that make a sauna look like a day at the beach. These fires are a not-so-gentle reminder that California's got a bit of a fire problem. Understatement of the year, right? Climate change is turning up the heat, making things hotter and drier than a desert in a drought. It's creating a tinderbox that's harder to manage than a cat on a leash. The impact of State Farm's decision is being felt across California. And it's not the warm, fuzzy feeling you get from a hug. Homeowners who lost their policies are scrambling for coverage. It's like a game of musical chairs, but with fire. With wildfires raging, many are left with few options. It's like trying to find a lifeboat on the Titanic. Some are turning to the state's FAIR plan. Because when life gives you wildfires, you get FAIR. This is an insurer of last resort for those who can't find coverage elsewhere. It's like the last slice of pizza at a party. Everyone wants it, but it's not that great. But the FAIR plan is expensive and offers limited coverage. It's like paying for a 5-star meal and getting a fast food burger. Others are left with no insurance at all. It's like showing up to a costume party in regular clothes, awkward and unprepared. They face the daunting prospect of rebuilding their lives without financial assistance. It's like trying to build a sandcastle with no sand. The situation is a nightmare for those affected. It's like a bad dream you can't wake up from, but with more fire. The insurance crisis has exposed deep flaws in the system. It's like finding out your superhero has a weakness for donuts. As climate change worsens, the problem is only going to get worse. It's like adding more fuel to the fire, literally. In response to the crisis, California decided to play superhero and passed a new law. This law requires insurers to offer coverage in high-risk areas. Because who doesn't love a good challenge, right? Now insurers must write policies in proportion to their market share. It's like a pie-eating contest, but with more paperwork. The law also aims to streamline the rate approval process. Because who has time for red tape when there's a fire to put out? This is intended to make it easier for insurers to adjust rates based on risk, or as we like to call it, the good luck with that clause. Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara hailed the law as a historic moment. Cue the dramatic music and confetti. He argues it will help stabilize the market and protect consumers, because nothing says stability like a brand new law, but critics say the law doesn't go far enough. There's always that one person who wants more, right? They argue it will lead to higher premiums and won't solve the underlying problems. Because why fix one problem when you can create two more? The future of insurance in California
The Four Horsemen are coming soon. Subscribe to Bud News for more updates.